大概1年前，我的一个朋友跟我说他得了政治抑郁症。我当时听了没当回事儿，因为我觉得政治抑郁症不是一个正式的医学术语，而且我这位朋友意志相当坚强。但是之后这1年，他持续不断地谈论这个话题。他说他每天大概要花7、8个小时去刷那些让他看了很不愉快的新闻，夜里失眠，而且他慢慢失去了对于工作、对生活，甚至对整个人生的兴趣。当他开始谈论死亡的时候，我变得非常担心，所以我开始查这个问题。但是我能找到的中英文的文献都很少。在中文世界当中传播最广的一篇文章是美国的一个心理医生写的，他叫罗伯特卢森，所以我联系了他。这不是一个学术性的采访，这只是一个关心自己朋友的普通人和一位医生的谈话。那今天我把它播出，希望能够对我的朋友，也对跟他一样有相似困境的人，能够提供一点点帮助。Is political depression real?
Is political depression real? What a good question. If you come into the room with me and you start talking about something and you could say to me, well, this makes no sense, but I'm feeling it.
Oh, okay.
I would say, well, of course it makes sense and it's for real, because if you're feeling it, it's real. At least in America, where I was seeing these people, was that we felt free under democratic agreement to question everything, but to still treat people civilly. And now we don't feel that anymore. Mm-hmm. And I am, they, or they would say, or I'm super depressed about all this.
What is the difference between political depression from the regular depression?
Political depression is depression with this added political aspect to it that is a major feature. It's become a major feature.
I want to know the core of depression.
There could be, I have a total loss of hope that this is ever going to change. My soul, my spirit, my career, my relationships, all of them are not going to be, I'm not going to be allowed to grow and evolve with them to the best of me. And that leaves me feeling hopeless.
So you mean the core is kind of feeling like powerlessness?
Yes, there's a powerlessness that comes with feeling that there's a total loss of any control. There's a loss of power. Yeah, I think that's a very good point that you're saying. Yeah, it's a powerless feeling. It doesn't matter what I do. It's not going to be seen. It's not going to be heard. That's a piece of regular depression too. There's a loss of connection. There's an isolation that's built into regular depression. So you could see these are regular things, but you could see in this term called political depression how each one of these things still fits in.
普通人也会有因为政治而引起的抑郁情绪，但是它是不是抑郁症，这有一个临床的诊断标准。这是卢森博士发给我的这个标准，我贴在了简介里面，你回头可以打开链接来做一个自我诊断的参考。提醒一下，像这些症状当中，像心情郁闷、失眠、无价值感，这些症状需要几乎每一天出现，而且在一天的大部分时间都要出现，而且同时需要5种或者以上的症状在很短时间内同时出现，才能够符合抑郁症的临床诊断标准。所以卢森博士说，政治抑郁症可能是符合所有这些标准的，但它有一个额外的维度，就是对自己的命运感觉失去了控制的那种思想和感受。而他认为这个感受背后的某种驱动力就是恐惧。他提到2种恐惧，一是实质伤害，第二是社会排斥。You mentioned fear as a main drive actually behind clinical depression.
And I'm asking you this question, material harm, if I walked out with a sign in downtown where?
Beijing.
Beijing. And what would be the consequences of that?
Yeah, you will be arrested.
And would your family be arrested too?
It depends.
The societal fear part is I'm excluded from society. Either people think I'm crazy or they're worried that something would happen from them if they communicate with me. So that'd be a societal fear. And that's where, again, depression comes in, because if you don't find you're being an authentic person, that you're being authentic in your own life and being allowed to show up in your own life.
For my friend, he used to be the type of people that you mentioned is an active doer.
And those are the people that are the most passionate people. They're on the front lines, and it's easy to see materially how they could be squished down, and societally how they could be squished down, and personally, all three, because they keep running into that wall and they want it so bad, and they're leading the charge that it just crushes their heart. It's a heart-crushing affair.
It really worries me. He started talking about death.
Hopelessness would be, well, this is the way it is, and it's not going to change. There's nothing I can do about it, and I'm just going to go to sleep.
卢森博士在谈到抑郁症的时候提到了煤气灯效应。他说，如果有一个人被持续的告知自己所体验和感受的一切并非如此的时候，他的现实感就会被逐渐侵蚀。而当我们面对一个跟自己的核心理念的体系完全对立的一种潜在的灾难性状况的时候，他会产生无能为力的感觉。他使用了一个让我有点毛骨悚然的比喻来形容这样的一种状态。他说，就像是一个人在漆黑的大海上航行，你看不到陆地，没有路标，然后甚至你看不到日月星辰。
Your friend right now is not balanced at all. He's only on the hopeless one side of it. Well, who is your friend to presume that he knows what it's going to be like in China in 20 years from now? Do any of us know?
He has a prediction.
Yes, he has a prediction. It's in the future about a possible disaster. And I would say back to that, well, who are you to presume that your prediction is any more than a prediction?
Well, it's a very direct question.
But it's still a prediction. I don't know. And I don't care.
Okay. Can you explain more about this?
I know in my heart, I believe in my heart, and from the people, the normal people I speak to, regular people, the regular people in the street, that we want this other thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the I don't care part. I don't care if it takes 1,000 years to get there. That's the difference between depression and hope.
So you've just changed the time frame.
Yeah, I'm changing, but it's not only that. When you say it, put it that way, when it becomes that literal, I also have the option, because I really do believe this, things could change tomorrow. And I'm going to show up at the door doing whatever I can to help make that change.
What can I do at this point to prevent the worst from happening to my friend?
Can he leave the country?
He did, actually. He moved to a foreign country. The fear was gone, but the depression was still there.
I smile a bit as I'm saying that the world is a chaotic mess.
Yeah.
Life is messy. Life is messy. The world is chaotic. The other part is a more deep-seated thing of that it's going to take longer. That's part of him. right? He's been carrying that around maybe since he was 3 years old, and he's lost the hope, and he's got to come back to it, and he's lost and he's coming back to it. So if I was working with somebody like that, it would be have a little bit of peacefulness with yourself. I would hand them a sheet that says, here, take a holiday from yourself today and go ride on the roller coaster. It'd be something like that. So that's why I've gone over to this bit of conversation about there's some understandings. Once you have that, you're in the room with me, and once you have that conversation, you might have a little more peacefulness about it.
So maybe the point is about regain the power and the meaning of life, to cure yourself, to heal yourself.
Well, it's not a cure. There is no cure for you, Chai. I'm sorry. There's no cure for him either. There's these other choices about that. It's very easy to stay depressed. This is the past. I'm in the past. I'm depressed. I know what my day is going to be like, and I know how it's going to end. So that's the routine. So I'm kind of in the comfort of my discomfort. I know what that routine is. The other side of that is the future. Now, in the future, I might not be depressed because I don't know how that story is going to end.
But do make people anxious.
When you come into the present, into the unknown world, because you don't know where it's going to end, it comes with a little added anxiety. It's just, that's what it comes with. How could it not? It would be unnatural if it didn't, because you don't know where that's going to come from. And so that's part of these choices. He wouldn't be depressed anymore, but he would be a little more anxious about it.
Yeah.
But this is the side where, is it a fear-filled anxiety, or is it a scary, exciting anxiety because I don't know what's going to happen now? So maybe your friend is having a combination of, I don't know him, I'm already, he's going to have to, I'm going to have to bill him for this pretty soon.
I think the problem for him is how to stop.
They have to move into the present. I'm in the past with some other thought, and I just like, okay, I just have to wake up again. And I might go through that process 1,000 times in that day.
Okay.
While you're going through it, you're being in the present. You're waking up each time you go back to there. You wake up and you come back into the present. This is what that commitment is.
But how can you focus on the moment?
Well, by looking, something's always changing in the present. If you were to turn around and look out your window now, I bet there, for 1 minute, is that a real outside there, or is that the real outside?
Yeah.
I bet inside that 1 minute, you probably see a leaf move or something crawling on a leaf, or that's how we stay in the present.
我和卢森博士的谈话呢，是在半年前，我本来无意播出它，可是这段时间我会持续收到很多人的来信，提到他们在承受政治抑郁症的痛苦。政治抑郁症是目前仍然没有得到一个准确定义和广泛研究的命题，这是因为心理咨询师在接受培训的时候被严格要求避免谈论政治，这当中也有一定的合理性。他们认为谈论政治会强化社会结构的一种强大的压力，增加病人的无力感。但是也有另一种声音说，如果一直回避，一直沉默，这会加剧病人的内疚、愤怒，包括跟这个世界的一种完全隔绝和孤立的情感。这是为什么卢森博士的文章会在中文世界中得到大量的传播，因为他是极少数直接面对公众谈论这一话题的人。所以在我们告别之前，他提醒他希望在这个领域当中能够有更广泛、更丰富的讨论，因为病人带着痛苦在敲响临床医生的大门，就在此时，就在此地。